Have you ever stood in your kitchen in the morning, wondering what you should eat to feel just a little stronger, a little more energized, like your old self again? Maybe you've noticed that some days, even getting out of bed feels like a task. The knees ache, the energy isn't quite there, and even your favorite morning walk feels harder than it used to. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many people over 60 feel that slow dip in energy, muscle strength, and stamina. But what if I told you there's a simple everyday food, something you probably already have in your fridge, that could make a real difference? I'm talking about eggs. Yes, the humble egg. That little oval sitting quietly in your refrigerator may just be one of the most powerful tools to help you feel stronger, healthier, and more energized. And today, we're diving into what really happens when you eat just 2 eggs every day for a whole month. You might be surprised by the changes. Some of them are quite amazing. Now I get it. Eggs have had a bit of a roller coaster ride in the health world. One decade they're praised as the perfect food. The next, they're blamed for cholesterol and heart problems. It's confusing, right? But science has come a long way, and today we're going to clear the air. Not only are eggs safe for most seniors, they could be one of the most valuable foods you add to your routine. Let's start with the most obvious benefit: muscle strength. As we age, our bodies naturally lose muscle mass. This condition, called sarcopenia, isn't just about losing strength in your arms or legs. It affects balance, stamina, and even how well you recover from everyday activities. But eggs, especially the protein in them, are a fantastic way to fight back. You see, each egg contains about 6 grams of high-quality protein. That means your body can use it very efficiently to repair and build muscle. And since most seniors don't get enough protein during the day, adding 2 eggs to your breakfast or lunch can give your muscles exactly what they need to stay strong. Just imagine how much easier it could be to climb stairs, carry groceries, or get back up after sitting down, just because your muscles are getting the support they need. But it's not just the protein. Eggs are rich in something called leucine. It's a special amino acid that acts like a signal to your muscles, like a little switch that tells your body, hey, it's time to grow stronger. For folks over 65, that switch doesn't flip as easily as it used to. So eating foods high in leucine, like eggs, helps nudge your muscles into action. And if you've been worried about your heart, like so many of us are after 60, this next part might come as a relief. For years, people thought eggs were bad for your heart because they contain cholesterol. But here's what many studies now show. For most people, eating eggs doesn't significantly raise blood cholesterol levels. In fact, your liver actually produces cholesterol naturally, and when you eat more from food, your liver tends to produce less. It's like a balancing act. More than that, eggs are packed with healthy nutrients that actually support your heart. Take choline, for instance. It's a nutrient most people don't even realize they're missing, and yet it plays a big role in brain and heart health. Just 2 eggs a day can give you about half of your daily choline needs. That's a big deal, especially when choline helps reduce inflammation, keeps your memory sharp, and even supports your liver. And speaking of sharp minds, let's talk about the brain for a moment. After 60, many of us start to notice little lapses, forgetting names, losing track of conversations, or feeling mentally foggy. But what we eat plays a big role in how our brain performs. Eggs once again come to the rescue. They're one of the best sources of 2 important antioxidants, lutein and zeaxanthin. While most people associate these with eye health, and yes, they absolutely help protect your vision, they also have protective effects on your brain. So imagine this: stronger muscles, better memory, and clearer vision, just from adding 2 eggs to your daily routine. And we're just getting started. Now let's be real. Not everyone eats the same way. Some of us like our eggs boiled, some scrambled, and some mixed into a warm veggie omelette. The beauty is, no matter how you enjoy them, you're still getting those benefits. The trick is consistency, making it a habit. That's where the magic of a full month comes in. When you eat 2 eggs every day, you're not just having a healthy breakfast. You're feeding your body the building blocks it needs to renew, repair, and thrive. And if you're someone who struggles with appetite in the morning, which is very common as we age, eggs are a gentle yet satisfying way to start the day. They're not too heavy, but they provide long-lasting energy. That means you're less likely to reach for sugary snacks mid-morning, and your blood sugar stays more stable throughout the day. That alone can help with mood, weight control, and focus. But here's the most encouraging part. Many seniors who've started eating 2 eggs daily have reported real noticeable changes, from feeling stronger when they walk, to seeing better results in their regular checkups, to simply having more energy and fewer cravings throughout the day. These aren't dramatic overnight changes. but they are consistent and they add up. One egg at a time, one day at a time. Now let's keep going because there's still more to uncover. While we've touched on muscle, memory, and heart health, we haven't even talked about your bones or immune system yet. And trust me, what eggs do for those is just as powerful. Because what we haven't touched on yet is just how much your bones and immune system can benefit from this simple little food. Now, as we age, bone strength becomes a real concern. Maybe you've noticed your posture shifting slightly, or you're more cautious when getting in and out of the shower. Falls become more dangerous and healing takes longer. It's no secret. Our bones need more love after 60 than they did in our younger years. This is where eggs bring another layer of support. Vitamin D. Now it might surprise you, but eggs, especially when the hens are pasture-raised or fed with vitamin D-enriched feed, can be a good natural source of this essential vitamin. And vitamin D is a game-changer for seniors. It helps your body absorb calcium more effectively, which directly strengthens your bones. Without enough vitamin D, even if you're eating calcium-rich foods, your body might not be able to make use of it. That's like pouring water into a bucket with holes, completely ineffective. So when you're adding 2 eggs a day to your diet, you're not just enjoying a tasty breakfast. You're giving your bones the vitamin D they need to stay strong and stable. And the stronger your bones are, the more confident you feel moving around, whether it's gardening, walking the dog, or dancing in the kitchen to your favorite old tune. But let's shift gears for a second and talk about something that has become even more important these past few years, your immune system. Whether it's flu season, cold weather, or just the usual bugs going around, having a strong immune defense is crucial. And believe it or not, eggs support that too. Eggs are rich in selenium, a powerful mineral that acts like a shield for your immune system. It helps your body respond faster to infections and supports your body's ability to heal and recover. Just 2 eggs give you a healthy dose of selenium to keep your defenses strong. On top of that, eggs contain zinc and iron, 2 more key nutrients that help your immune system work like it should, efficiently and quickly. Now I want to pause here for a moment, because maybe you've been told to cut back on eggs, or perhaps you've been avoiding them because of old fears around cholesterol or calories. Let me gently reassure you, those concerns are outdated for most people, especially when we're talking about just 2 eggs a day as part of a balanced diet. In fact, many doctors today are shifting their advice, especially for older adults who need more high-quality nutrients in a small, easy-to-digest package. And what could be more perfect than an egg for that? Also, here's something interesting you might not have thought about. Eggs are one of the most affordable sources of nutrition out there. Compared to expensive supplements, powders, or superfoods, eggs give you real noticeable benefits without breaking the bank. And they're easy to cook. Whether you're boiling, poaching, scrambling, or making a veggie-packed omelette, you're getting a full dose of protein, healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals in just a few bites. Let me tell you about a woman named Gloria. She's 72, lives by herself, and started eating 2 eggs every morning after her doctor recommended more protein. She didn't think much of it at first, but within a few weeks, she noticed she wasn't as tired during her walks. Her hands didn't feel as weak when opening jars, and she wasn't snacking as much throughout the day. It wasn't a miracle cure, but it was a steady, positive shift. And all she did was commit to that tiny, consistent change. Stories like Gloria's are more common than you'd think, and it's not just physical strength or immunity. Eggs can even have a positive effect on your mood. That's right, your emotional well-being. Eggs contain B vitamins like B12 and folate, which play an important role in brain chemistry. These nutrients help produce serotonin and dopamine. Those are your body's natural feel-good chemicals. So if you've been feeling a bit low or struggling with motivation, your breakfast could actually help lift your spirits. It's amazing how one small food can touch so many areas of your health. And when we think about longevity, living not just longer but better, what we eat every day truly matters. Eggs offer that rare mix of convenience, taste, nutrition, and affordability, and that's something to celebrate, especially in this season of life where we're focusing more on quality than quantity. You might even find yourself enjoying your meals more. Sometimes when our appetite shrinks with age, meals can feel like a chore. But eggs are versatile and easy to flavor. Add a little garlic, a sprinkle of herbs, some chopped tomatoes or spinach. Suddenly your breakfast becomes something you look forward to. And that enjoyment? That's part of good health too. There's something deeply comforting about starting the day with a warm, nourishing meal. It sets the tone. It reminds you that your health is worth investing in, that even simple choices, like reaching for an egg instead of a sugary pastry, are acts of self-care. And over time, those small choices add up to something powerful. Now, if you're wondering about preparation, don't worry. You don't need to be a gourmet chef. Even a hard-boiled egg with a pinch of salt and pepper can be delicious. And if you're someone who prefers to cook once and have food ready for the next few days, eggs make that easy too. You can boil a few at the beginning of the week and keep them in the fridge. That way, when hunger strikes, or you just need a little boost, they're ready to go. And if you live with someone or have family over often, eggs are something everyone can enjoy. Whether it's Sunday brunch with your grandkids or a quiet breakfast alone with your coffee and a crossword puzzle, those 2 eggs can become part of a peaceful, health-supporting routine. As we go further, you'll see how eggs can even help support your weight, your eyes, and your skin. Yes, your skin, it's all connected. And the more we understand how food works with our bodies, the more power we have to live well at any age. And speaking of feeling good in your skin, let's talk about something that doesn't get enough attention: how food affects how we look. Yes, our outward appearance still matters, no matter our age. There's nothing wrong with wanting your skin to look healthier or your hair to feel a little thicker. These are signs of how well our body is nourished from the inside, and you might be surprised to learn that eggs can help in this department too. You see, eggs are a great source of lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 powerful antioxidants that are especially good for your eyes, but also have a role in keeping your skin looking fresh and youthful. As we age, we often notice changes like dryness, sagging, or even more pronounced wrinkles. That's natural, of course, but supporting your skin from the inside with nutrients like these can help it stay stronger, more elastic, and better able to retain moisture. Plus, eggs contain something called biotin, sometimes called the beauty vitamin. It's part of the B vitamin family and plays a key role in maintaining healthy skin, hair, and nails. If you've ever dealt with thinning hair or brittle nails, biotin is something your body will thank you for. Just 2 eggs a day can give you a gentle, natural dose of this important nutrient. No fancy creams or expensive supplements needed. But let's not forget one of the most common concerns among seniors: weight. Now, I know this isn't about vanity. It's about feeling good in your body, being able to move comfortably, and avoiding the health risks that come with carrying too much extra weight. What's wonderful about eggs is how filling they are. That's right, just 2 eggs in the morning can keep you full for hours. Why? Because they're packed with protein and healthy fats that satisfy your hunger in a way that sugary cereals or toast just don't. When you feel satisfied, you're less likely to snack on those little things that add up, like cookies with tea or chips in front of the TV. And that doesn't mean you have to stop enjoying your favorite treats entirely. It just means you might find yourself naturally reaching for them less often. That's the kind of healthy habit that feels easy, almost effortless, but makes a real impact over time. There's even research showing that people who eat eggs for breakfast tend to lose more weight and feel more energized throughout the day, compared to those who start their mornings with carbs alone. And for us folks over 60, that extra energy can make a big difference. Whether it's staying active, keeping up with grandkids, or just getting through the day without that mid-afternoon crash, starting your day with eggs can help you feel more balanced and in control. And there's one more benefit I want to highlight, something that goes beyond the physical and touches on something deeper. When you eat well consistently with intention, you're sending a message to yourself: I'm worth taking care of. That mindset shift can be powerful. It can boost your confidence, improve your mood, and remind you that it's never too late to prioritize your health. Sometimes we think health is only about big changes, dramatic diets, new medications, intense routines, but more often than not, it's the little daily habits that matter most. 2 eggs a day might not sound revolutionary, but the effects add up. Stronger muscles, steadier energy, better focus, healthier skin, and even a stronger heart. And speaking of your heart, let's take a moment to clear the air on cholesterol. For years, eggs got a bad reputation because they contain dietary cholesterol. But here's the truth. For most people, eating eggs doesn't actually raise the cholesterol in your blood in a harmful way. In fact, eggs can help raise HDL, your good cholesterol, which helps protect your heart. Plus, eggs are low in saturated fat, especially if you cook them with a little olive oil or steam them instead of frying them in butter. So instead of harming your heart, eggs can be part of a heart-healthy diet that gives you energy, supports brain function, and keeps you feeling satisfied and strong. I know some of you watching might have specific dietary needs, or you're already taking medication for cholesterol or blood pressure, and that's perfectly okay. Always talk to your doctor if you're unsure about making any changes. But more and more experts now agree Eggs, when eaten as part of a balanced diet, are not only safe but deeply beneficial for older adults. It's like rediscovering a food you thought you had to give up and realizing it might be exactly what your body needs right now. There's something empowering about that, isn't there? So picture this: you wake up, take a deep breath, and head to the kitchen. You crack 2 fresh eggs into a pan, maybe toss in some mushrooms or a handful of spinach, and stir gently. The smell fills the air, warm and comforting. You sit down, maybe with a slice of whole grain toast or a piece of fruit on the side, and you enjoy your breakfast slowly, without rushing. That simple act, nourishing your body, becomes a quiet victory. A reminder that you're not just getting older, you're getting wiser, stronger, and more in tune with what your body truly needs. And here's the most beautiful part of all: you don't have to do it alone, whether it's a neighbor, a family member, or even this community of people watching. Right alongside you, there's power in sharing. So if you've got a friend who's been feeling tired lately, or someone in your life who's unsure about what to eat for breakfast, share this video with them. Start the conversation. Support each other. We're all on this journey together, and every step counts. Now let's take a step back, not just from the science, but into something we don't talk about nearly enough: how food, and the routine around it, can bring peace of mind. Especially as we grow older, there's a certain comfort in rhythm, in familiarity. And a simple routine like preparing and eating 2 eggs every morning can become more than just a healthy habit. It can become a grounding ritual. For many people, especially after retirement, days start to blend together. Maybe you're no longer rushing out the door in the mornings or packing lunches like you used to. That's not a bad thing, but without structure, it's easy to feel a little lost, even a little disconnected. That's where small, meaningful routines can make a big difference. Something as simple as cracking open 2 eggs, whisking them gently, and making yourself a nourishing breakfast can provide that sense of normalcy and care. It gives your morning a purpose. It's a little moment just for you. And when you know that you're also feeding your body something that's helping you stay strong and sharp, it becomes a win-win. Speaking of staying sharp, we've got to talk about brain health. Because if there's one thing just about everyone worries about after 60, it's memory. Misplacing your keys, forgetting why you walked into a room, struggling to find the right word in a conversation. It can be frustrating and scary too. But here's the good news. The nutrients in eggs are especially powerful when it comes to supporting a healthy brain. Let's start with choline. Choline is one of the unsung heroes of nutrition, and eggs just happen to be one of the best sources. Your brain uses choline to make acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that helps with memory, mood, and muscle control. If that sounds important, it's because it is. And the thing is, most people don't get enough choline. But 2 eggs a day, that'll get you well on your way. So if you're looking for a way to keep your mind clear and your memory sharp, this tiny change can have a big impact. It's like giving your brain a daily tune-up. Then there's vitamin B12, another nutrient found in eggs, and another big deal for cognitive health. As we age, our bodies sometimes struggle to absorb B12 as efficiently as before. That can lead to brain fog, fatigue, or even mood changes. But again, eggs come to the rescue. Including them regularly in your diet can help you maintain healthy B12 levels in a way that's simple and natural. And let's not forget the emotional side of eating. Think about it. How many of your warmest memories are tied to food? Maybe it's the smell of breakfast on a lazy Sunday morning. Maybe it's the way your mom used to make scrambled eggs just the way you liked them, or the omelets you'd share with your spouse at that little cafe on the corner. Food connects us to our past, to each other, and even to ourselves. When you sit down and eat something that nourishes your body and stirs up those cozy memories, it's not just a meal, it's therapy. And there's no age limit on enjoying those kinds of moments. Now, I know some folks get nervous about change, even when it's something as simple as adding 2 eggs to their daily routine. Maybe you've been told for years that eggs are bad for you, or maybe you just haven't cooked in a while, and you're feeling a little out of practice. That's okay. This isn't about perfection. It's about progress. You don't have to become a gourmet chef or overhaul your whole kitchen. Just start small. Keep a dozen eggs in your fridge. Try boiling a few to have on hand for quick meals. Or experiment with simple one-pan recipes. Nothing fancy, just tasty, nourishing food. If you don't like plain eggs, dress them up. Add a sprinkle of herbs, some sautéed onions or tomatoes, or a little sprinkle of cheese. Pair them with whole grain toast or a piece of fruit. Make it yours. That's the beauty of it. It's flexible, forgiving, and easy to adapt to your tastes. And if you live with someone, invite them to join you. Eating together, even if it's just a casual breakfast, makes the whole experience even more enjoyable. You talk, you laugh, you share stories, you feel seen, and that feeling of connection? That's just as important for your health as any vitamin or mineral. There's also something special that happens when you start to build confidence in the kitchen again. Maybe you haven't cooked much since your kids left home, or maybe you've let someone else do most of the cooking for years. But rediscovering that skill, even in the simplest ways, can reignite your independence. You realize, hey, I can do this. You start to feel more in control of your health, and that sense of empowerment spills over into other parts of your life. Maybe you'll take more walks. Maybe you'll try a new hobby. It all starts with one small step, and eating eggs every day for a month, that's a pretty easy step to take. You're not counting calories or tracking points. You're not depriving yourself or spending hours in the kitchen. You're simply giving your body something it understands, something real, something whole. Because at the end of the day, food isn't just fuel. It's medicine, it's joy, it's connection. And when you choose foods like eggs, packed with nutrients, easy to prepare and comforting, you're choosing to age with strength, grace, and intention. So whether you're watching this in your living room with a cup of tea, or listening while preparing your next meal, just know this: your health journey is yours to shape. You've earned the wisdom to make choices that support your body, and every day you do something good for yourself, no matter how small, is a day worth celebrating. There's something powerful that happens when we do something consistently for 30 days. It stops being an experiment and starts becoming a lifestyle. And by now, if you've truly committed to eating 2 eggs a day, you're likely noticing the subtle but meaningful changes. Your mornings might feel more grounded. You might have a bit more pep in your step, a sharper focus, or even a lighter mood. And yes, those little aches and creaks in your joints may be just a bit less annoying than before. That's no coincidence. Because over the course of a month, those nutrients in eggs have been working quietly in the background, doing exactly what your body needed, without fuss, without fanfare, just pure nourishment. One of the most beautiful things about aging is that we begin to truly understand the value of small things. A peaceful morning, a pain-free walk, a clear-headed chat with a friend. And what we eat plays a bigger role in those moments than most people realize. For example, after a month of eating 2 eggs daily, your muscles, especially in your legs, your back, your arms, may feel just a little stronger. That's thanks to the high-quality protein in eggs. Remember, as we age, we lose muscle mass naturally, but we can slow that loss with good nutrition. And the protein in eggs? It's exactly the kind your body recognizes and uses to repair and build muscle. So every bite is a step towards strength. You may have also noticed you feel fuller after breakfast and less tempted to snack on sugary or processed foods mid-morning. That's not just in your head. Eggs are incredibly satisfying. The fat and protein work together to keep your hunger hormones in check, so you're not riding the roller coaster of energy crashes and cravings all day. That change alone can make a world of difference. Not just for your waistline, but for your blood sugar, your energy levels, even your mood. Stable energy and fewer cravings mean you feel more in control, more balanced, and that's a good place to be. And let's not forget your heart. For years, people were told to fear eggs because of cholesterol, but science has come a long way. Since then, we now know that for most people, eating eggs doesn't raise bad cholesterol at all. In fact, the kind of cholesterol in eggs is packaged with other nutrients that actually support heart health, like antioxidants, B vitamins, and healthy fats. In fact, studies show that seniors who eat eggs regularly often have better HDL, or good, cholesterol levels, which helps protect against heart disease. So if heart health is on your radar, and let's face it, for most of us over 60 it is, then eggs can be a smart, heart-friendly choice. Now, I'm not saying eggs are a magic bullet. They're not going to fix everything overnight, but they are one of the most affordable, accessible, and nutrient-rich foods you can include in your routine. And after a month of giving your body this kind of care, the ripple effects can surprise you. You might feel more confident stepping out for a walk or lifting a bag of groceries with ease. You might notice your skin looking healthier or your digestion running more smoothly. You might even feel more emotionally balanced, less anxious, more focused, more like yourself, all because you made a small, consistent choice. And that's what I really want you to take away from all of this. You don't need a complete life overhaul to feel better after 60. You don't need expensive supplements, extreme diets, or fancy exercise programs. You just need to listen to your body, fuel it well, and make choices that are rooted in care. Adding 2 eggs a day might sound simple, maybe even too simple, but sometimes the simplest things are the most powerful. And when you do it with intention, when you use that moment each morning to remind yourself that your health matters, it becomes something much bigger than breakfast. It becomes a quiet act of self-respect. Because the truth is, aging isn't about decline. It's about refinement. It's about becoming more of who you are. And that includes caring for your body, not because you want to be who you were at 30, but because you want to feel strong, capable, and vibrant right now, in this season of life. So if you've been following along and giving this a try, I want to say this from the bottom of my heart. I'm proud of you. You've made a powerful decision and it shows. If you haven't started yet, that's okay too. It's never too late to begin. All it takes is one morning, one meal, one small step, and once that step becomes a habit, you'll be amazed at where it leads you. Now I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried eating 2 eggs a day? How did it make you feel? Share your story in the comments below. We learn so much from each other, and if you found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a like. It helps more people just like you find this information. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. Practical, heart-centered tips to help you stay healthy and happy at any age. Here's to living your best life. One meal, one choice, one beautiful day at a time. Stay strong, stay curious, and most of all, stay kind to yourself. You've got this.